Hi guys, this is my first YouTube video and my channel is going to be about nails and how to do your nails. I'm not a licensed nail technician, but I do know one or two things about how to do your own nails at home. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video and let's get started. So today I'm going to be doing a dip powder removal on one of my hands, and I'm going to be painting my nails with regular nail polish for today. And that's about it. That's what I'm going to do today. So let's get right onto the video. Personally, I like to use a mask because it makes it easier when I am doing my manicure, so it doesn't, not all the nail dust doesn't go in like my we don't breathe all the nail dust because it's personally not so good for your health. So I'll be putting on my mask, and I will be using a nail drill. This is the Melody Susie nail drill, but it was only $20, so it's definitely a really affordable electric file you can buy. And I will also link this Melody Susie nail drill in the description box. But if you have neither of those, you can always get a nail file. This costs like less than $1, maybe like 60 cents depending. This is the 100/180 grit, which the 100 is just a lot softer, and you guys can tell this is more grittier. So you can get a 100/100, a 50 grit. The higher the number, the softer it is. The lower the number, the grittier it is, and you want the grittier side to be able to file off and get glued down to layers. So I'm gonna go in with my nail drill. I have the mandrel bit, which is just a bit so it can hold a sanding band. So this is to put the sanding band on the drill, and now you have the drill. You have to connect it. So let me do that so I can actually do my nails. Okay. So for this specific drill, it has a control. It doesn't have like a big base like some more expensive drills have. This just has a little drill where you can control the speed. So right now it's at so you can more intense speed, but I typically like to work on a low to medium speed. And then you have the forward and reverse. You use the forward motion if you write with your right hand, and you use the reverse if you write with your left hand. So for example, I write with my right hand, so I'd use it on forward to drill my nails. So let's get started. So I think for this part I'm going to be doing a voiceover because the drill does get pretty loud. Okay, so basically I have my drill on forward, and I am using medium speed currently, and I am gently going over all the areas, especially to take off the top coat. But what I'm gonna do for this specific dip removal is I'm gonna file as thin as I possibly can to my natural nail. I'm gonna drill right down to my natural nail, and that's it. I'm gonna get as close as I'm comfortable getting to my natural nail because, again, I am not a licensed nail technician, so I don't really know how to do all of that because I don't want to damage my natural nails, and I'm trying to grow them out. So that's my thing right there. So I am just filing and But one thing to note for sure is that you don't want to stay on a spot for too long. You kind of just want to like give your nail kind of, let's do like a break, a couple seconds, so like you can file. If you file for too long in one spot, it can get really hot and it will burn. That's why some like beginners, I mean, I'm also technically a beginner, but you would prefer to use a file to file down like as close as your natural nail, but it would take longer. So that's the one downside using a regular file. But I am just trying to I'm trying to focus on the sides, taking on bulk, like on the both one side, taking down the bulk, and around the cuticle areas. So I am just dusting, and I am going to dust, and I'm going to file the rest of my nails, and I'll be back once I'm done with that. Okay, so I'm done, and as I don't know if you can tell, but I'm pretty sure you can tell, there's like all that dust right there on my beautiful white piece of paper. So I am going to just dust off what I have on my hands, and I'm going to dust away all the dust because there's lots of dust. You don't want to breathe that in because it's bad for your lungs and your health. So now that I finished dusting away all that dust that was there, I am going to soak off my nails with acetone. So I have already pre-cut some pieces of foil, and you need like about 2 to 3 of those cotton rounds depending how much you stretch them out, and you need to fold the foil, fold it, and then fold it like that. This is just an example so you can see how to do it, because it's a little hard showing you how to fold the foil with the cotton round that already has acetone, because it can spill everywhere and it's quite a bit of a struggle and annoying because it spills everywhere, so it makes a mess. So now I'm going to take my cotton round, these are large cotton rounds, and we're just going to start pulling them apart. And you can honestly just use one cotton round for your hand if you do the pieces evenly, but sometimes if you don't do them even, you can only get like 3 good decent sizes. I mean, it could work for your pinky, but you want to also saturate your nails with the acetone, because if you don't saturate your nails well enough, they won't actually just crumble or peel right off. Not necessarily peel, they will crumble, and then it just won't really end up working out so well, because there goes your hard work for 22 minutes. Yes, this does take 22 minutes, and it could be a hassle. Yes, this is time consuming, but this is also the way to damage your nails, at least instead of peeling your nails off or scraping it off, because I have done that and it really damages your nails. It's just really bad for your nails and it just doesn't end up working out. So yeah. So I personally like to use the 100% acetone nail polish remover from the brand Up+Up, and you can find this at Target. It's really inexpensive, it's like I think $1, and it has a pretty good amount. But I personally, in my opinion, I like to pour the acetone at the top of the cap of the acetone bottle, and I like to use a pair of tweezers. Any tweezers works, and I just grab the cotton ball with it and dip it in the acetone with the acetone inside. So you're going to just place the foil right under your nail. Then you're going to take your tweezers. With your tweezers, grab your piece of cotton round. Not too much acetone. If you overfill your cotton round, it really can affect how much I grabbed a lot too much right there, And you want to make sure that you cover your whole nail and your nail is completely covered with the cotton round before closing. And also there, I spilled acetone. That's what I meant, to be careful not to grab too much, because when you do spill that acetone, I don't know if this is for your table, but my table, if you spill acetone, the layer that it had at the top, it kind of melts off. So it's just really important to be careful. And then again, I'm going to show you how to do this again. So you put the piece of foil right under your finger, take your tweezers, dip it in the acetone, and make sure that it's covered in your finger. And yeah, so make sure, you just want to fidget it around, just make it work. And if you need to put your hand, I know I'm not in the frame right now, but I will show you in 1 second with an example on how it would look like. But you just want to make sure that you don't spill the acetone everywhere. And now I'm gonna show you how to do it, but with a not fake finger, but with a brush, pretending that that's the finger. You'll see in a second. So basically, you place the foil and the brush is the finger. As an example, you dip your cotton round in the acetone. You can use your tweezers, you can just use your fingers, but it just makes it a little less messy in my opinion. So you dip in an acetone and you fold it over once, and then fold it over again, and then you use the tip and you fold it at the top to really secure it, and then you have your foil wrapped in your fingers. So I have completely finished foiling my fingers, and you're going to have to wait about 20 minutes for this to be able to remove your nails. One side note I do want to point out is that you could use this to remove any old acrylics you may have, any gel polish, polygel, regular dip powder with gel liquids, which is just a base coat again and a top coat, gel base coat and a gel top coat. But it could be different for the different methods, like the polygel, it could take longer, just gel polish could be really easily. For example, nail polish is really simple, you don't need to file anything, you can just take some acetone on a cotton ball around and easily remove it. It could take less than 10 minutes, probably 5 minutes if you did it really quickly. That's one thing to note though, that it can take longer for different nail extensions, polygel, anything else you do. But, it could work. It does work. It just takes a little extra care and just different methods. But now I finished foiling my hand, so this is again gonna take about 10 minutes, and you could use a towel and put it over your hand to trap in the heat more, because basically what helps this remove is the heat that's trapped in with the foil, because the foil traps in the heat and the acetone is gonna dissolve it, but the heat is gonna help it even get more dissolved. So that's really great. And I will see you once it's been 20, 22 minutes, 30, depends how much time you have. So I did try to remove the other part from my other hand, but I ran out of time because my time ran out for my other hand that was soaking in acetone. So you first want to unravel your finger from the foil and you can see that it basically removed it completely. And if you just wipe it with the rest of the acetone that was left on the cotton round, it can remove. Or you could also take a cuticle pusher, and you can really gently scrape it off. You really have to be gentle. I had to put it on. Sorry, I'm out of frame right now. I was just trying to make sure that I didn't, scrape up my nail. But you just take again the cotton round. You can try to remove it again and keep scraping. So now I'm just going to keep gently scraping all of the excess bits of dip powder that I have left that wasn't able to be removed as well. Just some parts were really stuck really well. Now I'm just removing the excess dust and particles of the dip powder with acetone and a cotton ball, and I'm going to take my filing, use the 180 side, and gently buff and shape and file my nails very gently, just to like an almond stiletto, more stiletto shape though. So now I have finished washing my hands to make sure that they're all well and scrubbed well. So I'm gonna start painting, but before I start painting, I'm gonna take my Dip Well bond, which is basically a dehydrator, and this is basically a mixture of acetone and rubbing alcohol. You could make this yourself, but you can just use either rubbing alcohol or acetone. It will end up doing the same thing. I just have a dehydrator, so I use a dehydrator, and I'm going to apply this to all of my nails. However, I did forget to mention you could push back your cuticles and trim your cuticles, which is the dead skin around your cuticle area, which is what I'm pushing around. Right now, I'm being very gentle. However, you don't need to cut or trim your cuticles. You could just push back your cuticles and it will have around the same effect. This is just for personal preference, and just like how it looks better in the end. It looks really like a really clean manicure. Now I'm just gonna spray my hand with a little bit of rubbing alcohol to remove any excess oil. Again, you could just use this alone as a dehydrator, but personally I like to just take the extra measure and just do a little bit extra dehydrator, since I did forget to push back and trim my cuticles before I applied my dehydrator. So I did add extra oils, because your fingertips do have extra oils on them, so I decided just to do it. Nothing really will happen, but it could also prevent it. It could also cause it to chip faster than it would. I'm taking the Pretty Woman nail polish from the brand, Pretty Woman. But this, for some reason, I could not find a name. I don't know if the name was Pretty Woman or if that was not the name. I was, you can say I was looking for it, but I could just not find it. Sorry, but I don't know what the name is. So now I'm just going to start painting my nails like you would normally paint your nails. What I like to do to get a clean cuticle area, which is at the top of your finger, or the top of your nail, I want to gently, sorry I'm out of frame, I'm trying to just look at a close up to see what I'm doing, but I like to gently push the brush as close as I possibly can to the top of my finger, and then brush back and do the same thing on the three sides. But you also have to kind of work quick for this particular step, because you are using nail polish, and nail polish dries as soon as you apply it, so you do have a limited time to work with. So now I have finished painting my nails and letting them dry, and I'm going to take this glitter nail polish. This was from an elf holiday nail polish set, and it also doesn't have a name, and I'm so sorry, but this is just, you could honestly use any glitter nail polish you have. It doesn't even have to be glitter, you can just do whatever you want. But for this nail design, I'm just gonna add a glitter polish. So I'm just gonna apply that as so, just like how you would apply your nail polish, but bit of a more thin layer because it's just a glitter. That way you can spread it out nicer, because if you try to goop it on, like glob it on, it's just gonna be really messy and it just won't look nice. And it also could end up ruining the nail polish job under that we did have under the glitter, which has happened to me, so that's why. So I ended up applying the glitter nail polish to all of my nails, and I'm going to use the Sally Hansen Color Therapy top coat. And I'm going to apply a nice thick glossy top coat on all of my nails, and I just want to make sure to wrap the tips so it can prevent from the nail polish chipping, and it could also help from your nails breaking. So it just gives an extra layer at the tip, because the tips for me typically is what ends up breaking so easily, but you know, it just happens. But I do want to grow my nails as long as I possibly can. So my nails have officially dried from the top coat, so I am going to apply some cuticle oil. And the cuticle oil that I'm going to use is the Ella+Mila nail care cuticle oil, and the scent is in lavender, and I actually really like it, and it smells really nice. It makes my cuticles really moisturized. So I'm going to apply it to all of my nails and massage it into my cuticles so I can have super nice and pretty cuticles. And this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and just want to say thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, and comment down below. Thanks and goodbye.